Good morning, guys. Welcome to Trade Confident. Let's go over Ethereum, and I'm going to show you guys some charts that I've created here that have been calling kind of scary accurate these tops and these bottoms and what the market is doing over kind of as a whole. So we're going to go over that in a second here. Maybe a little bit longer video, but I promise you guys are going to love this. This is incredible. So real quick on Ethereum, guys, I am expecting to see a little bit of a pump up here related to the trend exhaustion. Okay, we're looking for a little bit of pump up here, but we need to be watching this price versus the well money flow. Money is flowing out of this market strongly, and it is correlated with the pink line here, which is the price structure, which when this happens, we can see the market move down very fast. Also, the trend dashboard is red on red on red on red on red. So specifically for the 4-hour time frame here, this is where we can see a lot of selling pressure, or if people know how to, they actually short the market. So I am expecting to see a drop down here today, but I'm going to go over a little bit more here. We need to take a look at the highs and the lows here of when we hit the trend exhaustion points. So the last time we got up here, we actually ended up having a drop of around 19%, okay? And then we saw a move up here where we saw a little bit less of a drop, but even this was around 12%. And then if we go past that and we come back over here and we see the last time we were this high, we have 20%, 12%, and then we're going to call it about 18%. So, expecting a 19% drop today is probably not, unrealistic. And I'm still in this trade with you guys, and I'm just waiting for this to get into the profit, but I'm still sitting down here about $77 at the moment. Let's see if it adjusts here a little bit. I am live trading with you guys. So every single video I do on this channel that I come out with, I am live trading with you guys. So we're not sitting too bad today. It's about 130 down. We'll call 132. So let's go over to Ethereum and we need a little bit more in depth. Do you guys want more than just what I'm just showing on the charts here? Let's take a look at behind the scenes. So this is a new section of the website that I'm coming out with, and you guys are going to be able to access this. This is going to be paid because it's scary and almost deadly accurate how crazy this is to help call the market moves. So let's take a look today. This is June 16th, and we're going to be looking at the long versus the short trades. The short trades are incredibly high on Bitcoin right now, and Bitcoin is the rising tide. So, when Ethereum goes up, when Bitcoin goes up, Ethereum and a lot of the altcoins follow it. It's called positive correlation, okay? When Bitcoin goes down, a lot of the altcoins as well as Ethereum go down as well. So taking a look right now at the longs versus the shorts, yes, the longs are coming in really hot, but also the sales are at an all-time high here out of the whole year. I've actually covered that in a video. So that's something we need to be watching here. If the price actually starts shooting up really fast, everybody who's short may look to hit their stop losses and cover their losses and shoot this price up like crazy. So there is a case here that Bitcoin and the alts and even Ethereum as a whole can look to see some incredible push here in the next maybe 1 to 2 weeks if these sell orders don't go through. These short orders, which is, selling off the market. If the short orders don't go through and the price moves up and they're caught on the wrong side and they sell or they buy their other shorts, then they can come back in and buy the market and drive the price up. We need to be watching that, and this is a very incredible chart to be watching here. Take a look at this though. This is the long versus short trade risk at today's date. So June 16th, the current risk is pretty neutral in here. Now this shows when we get up in the red, this is a low risk for short trades. So a lot of short trades, I believe, were taken back here around on the 14th because it was very low risk. Also back here on June 3rd, we see, a lot of short trades taken down here because you could have had a lot less risk of your short trade reversing. Now let's take a look down here. If you guys are looking to place a long trade, this is where you kind of want to consider, not financial advice, this is entertainment purposes only, but historically, this has been a great place where we see jumps in the market. So if you're like, should I enter a long trade today? Well, if you're anywhere in the red, that's probably not the smartest idea, my friend. You probably want to wait when we get down here into the green because this is where the price is most likely expected to move up, and it's a lesser risk of your price reversing when you get into a long trade. So let's make this relevant to today. It's pretty much neutral right here. We're not seeing, too much risk of going long or too much risk going short. It's kind of just in the middle, so kind of indecisive. So we need a little bit more market to look at, more indicators here. So this gauges the overall emotional market index of Bitcoin and the market as a whole, okay? So right now we are actually moving into the anxious part. You guys can see that when we get close down here to the fearful part, the anxious part, this is when the price drops off a lot. And as Warren Buffett says, buy low, sell high. When the market is really nervous down here and they're getting very fearful, this is when the institutions are coming in, they're buying up the money of all the fearful sellers and they're driving the price back up. Wait till I get to the well and the institution flow flow over here. You guys are going to be like, oh my gosh, if I just follow this chart, I can make some good money. Well, yeah, maybe you can. So up here, we see that when people are really excited and they're getting very greedy, they are actually at the top point, and this is when people start selling off. The greed is too high. They sometimes realize that, man, we've been holding for too long, and this is where you get drops, this is where you get drops, this is where you get drops, and this is where you get drops in the price. So at the moment, I am expecting most traders to actually feel maybe a little bit anxious here, but kind of maybe a little excited for those trying to place long trades. And that's what I want to push over to this for, is the time frame market sentiment. This is gauging multiple time frames of what retail traders are doing. So it assesses on multiple time frames if traders are looking to buy or sell, depending on where the orange lines are here. The more that they're down at the bottom, it's a bullish sentiment. The more they're at the top, this is a bear sentiment. Now we do have a few time frame traders up here that are, probably still bearish, but I would say for the most part, we are looking at retail traders to try to take some bullish moves today to try to pump the price back up, which does actually correlate to the trend exhaustion down here where we could be seeing a rise. So overall, I think retail traders are going to be looking to try to pump this up. And this is not just on the 4 hour, this is on multiple time frames that people enjoy trading. You're going to get positive correlation on the 30-minute, the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour, and 1 day. Make sure you guys are watching this chart when I do release this on tradeconfident.io. And the last one is the institutional smart money, and this is also tracking the institutional and the whale longs that are expected and the shorts. So as we get up here, like I mentioned in this over here before, when the fear and the anxiety of traders is very high, I know it looks like it's low here on the chart, but when fearful and anxiety emotions take over in the market, this is where the institutions are coming in and they are buying you guys up. You are selling out, and the smart money and the institutions are buying all of your guys' sales, driving the price back up. But take a look at what's happening over here right now. A lot of people up here, they're getting really greedy, and institution and smart money is actually looking to sell this. This has historically been true, and we've reached these levels where we get to these top points and we start seeing this market drop out like crazy. So I am expecting, now obviously, these charts aren't going to be 100% accurate, but from historical data, this is pretty accurate here. When we see the whales come in and they take some big spikes in here and they make more long trades than short trades, this is saying, hey, whales are looking for long trades, huge spikes in the market. Well, guess what? They're buying all of your guys' fear and they're driving the market back up. Well, right now, they're selling out all the greed in the market, and I believe this is another indication why we might see a long-term move down in the market. So I know this is a long video, but I'm going to be releasing all of those soon on the paid version of tradeconfident.io. I'm using it, and it is crazy deadly accurate. So let's go over the actual trade of Ethereum. In this trade here, and let's wrap it up. Make it short because I know this is long. I am expecting here to see a short-term pump in the market. But long term, I still believe that the institutions and the whales are looking to short this because we are at a high point here. We actually did break the resistance and we haven't seen a nice correction back down. Okay, so what does that mean for us in this trade? It means I'm going to simply hold this. If we get down to this buy limit here of $2,000, I have this set up in my exchange already that you guys can see. And this is where we're currently sitting, obviously, and we have this set up here. So $2,000 is the next buy limit that I'm ready to get hit for Ethereum. If that does, we'll actually see an entry move down here in the middle of about 2,250. That's going to give us a very favorable entry as well as increase our risk to reward ratio. All right, so that's what I'm looking at on today's analysis. I know it was a lot, but you guys are going to be able to just come over here every single morning. These charts are going to be updated for that day's trading. It helps you make trading decisions. Excuse me. And most of all, guys, it helps you trade more confidently. And that's what I really hope for these charts that we're about to come out with. So God bless you guys. Have a good one. I think in the short term, we're going to see a little bit of a pump, but maybe in the long term, it's still looking a little bit bearish here in my personal opinion. All right, guys, have a good one. I'll see you next video. Bye-bye.